Hi there, and welcome to Tabletop Gaming Magazine. Today we're going to take a look at Cinderedge, a solo journaling RPG that's available to pledge on Kickstarter. How to describe Cinderedge? You know the gif where the dog is sitting in the middle of the room and the whole room around him is on fire, but he's saying, "This is fine." Well, that's sort of like Cinderedge, except everything is definitely not fine in this game. Cinderedge is a solo role-playing game, a guided journey into a dark, broken world where you're the last spark of something greater. When you awake at the start of the game, your memory has been wiped. And if the letter in your possession is to be believed, you asked for that to happen. All you have are the clothes on your back and a crude shelter. You do remember one thing though: fire. An enormous wildfire that threatens to sweep across the entire continent. And if the letter from the Division of Arcane Fire Containment speaks the truth, you, and others like you, are the last line of defense. Your job is to maintain your magical ward against the blaze, monitor for flames crossing your perimeter, and log your observations. And, if you can, try and ensure your own survival, which is going to be harder than you think. It's at this point that we should probably issue a trigger warning. You're not going to be joining a party, carousing in taverns, firing off in-game quips as you battle monsters under the watchful eye of a DM. This isn't that kind of role-playing game. You're going to a very dark place. And creator Grant Mielke isn't hiding that. There is no winning Cinderedge, he says, under the heading, "You're doomed." You are most likely going to die, the forest is going to burn, and you're probably not going to have a very good time watching it happen, he continues. In case you're missing the subtle hints there, Cinderedge is not a happy story. Your best case scenario is to get an ending you can manage. So what's the draw? Well, if you played a solo journaling game before, you'll know that the idea is to be a little bit self-indulgent. When the themes include paranoia, hallucinations, derealization, suicide, animal harm and death, well, that's your signal to get weird and angsty, as you use the ending you write to work out a few things. Every session is part storytelling, part self-discovery. The game uses a standard deck of cards and 2 D6 dice to guide you with more than 150 prompts. The answers shape the world, they shape you, and what you write becomes your legend. Cinderedge transforms tabletop gaming into an intimate meditation on duty, isolation, and what we sacrifice to protect others. Cinderedge isn't about monsters or magic. It's about why we keep going in a world that's been scorched to ash. You must decide what kind of light you'll be. A flicker or a flame? At the end, there is only the record you leave behind. But hold on a minute. Won't those notes burn up along with you? This suddenly all sounds a bit like Stanley Tucci in The Core, where he's about to leave his final thoughts and realises that's a ridiculous thing to do.
Man can come to know the most important thing of all, himself. What the am I doing?
Don't worry, even Cinderedge isn't that bleak. Your paper has been magically treated to return your final report to headquarters, so rest assured that those melancholic outpourings will, eventually, be read by a dispassionate bean counter at the DAFC. You'll find a link to the Cinderedge Kickstarter in the description below. Thank you for joining us.